There we go. All right, hi guys, I think it's working. You never feel so silly until you're like trying to figure something out for the first time in front of people. Okay, so I think this is working. I'm very hopeful that it is. I've only been a student on the other side of Zoom where I only had to watch. So, okay, I think that's it. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna mute everyone. Okay, I'm just hopeful that you can all hear me and that it's working. And we'll just hope for the best here. Okay. Okay, gang, so let's go ahead and lay all the way down on the back. So you go ahead and lay down. I will stay seated and we'll dive in, okay? So, welcome. This is the new normal, right? This is our new life for now, where all of our interactions are through screens, and it's probably pretty challenging for you. I know it's been quite a big adjustment for me as a teacher and as someone that, like, you know, I'm an outdoor kid, so it's hard to be cooped up inside all day. So if that's how you're feeling lately, a little stir crazy, movement's gonna be really good for us today. So let's go ahead and just start to pay attention to the breath, right? Nice long, slow inhales and exhales. Again, if you're just joining us, you can lay all the way down. We'll start with like a little Yoga Nidra body scan. And just paying attention to the breath as it moves in through the tip of the nose. Long exhale. And again, we're going to continue with our Apanavayu or Apanavayu, or downward moving breath, right? As we try to stay grounded in these challenging and like kind of confusing and uncertain times. The breath is still an aid, right? The breath is still a tool. So Apanavayu, breath moves in through the tip of the nose. And then the exhale releases down and out. And that may be a little bit easier if you're laying all the way down on the back. Right? The breath moves in through the tip of the nose, fill the belly, fill the chest. And our exhale can release down and out. Right? Trying to invite in a sense of grounding, create the terrain, right? The space to really kind of zero in and slow down a little bit. Feeling the body getting a little bit heavier with each round of breath, each exhalation. And then as you lay on the back, maybe just resting the hands on the belly here, one hand below the navel, one hand above the navel. And feel the rise and fall of the belly with the breath. Right? Really allowing this space to lift and expand and widen as you breathe. Notice for yourself if the breath is trying to stay a little bit higher here. that might be a little bit of anxiety creeping up or in, or maybe it's just been there. Let's try to move the breath a little bit deeper, a little bit more down into the belly. So hand maybe on the belly, just breathe. Right away, asking ourselves, where can we soften, right? This is for all of us pretty unfamiliar territory. So we're gonna have to work at finding extra softness, right? It's gonna be work. So where can I soften? Features on the face, right? Relaxing the skin of the forehead, the space beside the eyes, right? Our jaw, right? Softening, relaxing the shoulders down. Letting the fingertips, the fingers be soft, letting prana move. Relaxing the belly, the legs. And then start to even out the pace of the breath. So gentle inhale, maybe inhale for a count of 4 or 5 or whatever number works best for you. And a little pause at the top of the inhale. And then as you exhale, counting the same number, 4 or 5. If it's more, great. If it's less, that's fine. And a little pause at the bottom of the exhale. So some of it even breathing, right? Matching the pace of the inhale and exhale. And then finding that little brushing sensation of the breath on the back of the throat, inviting in our Ujjayi pranayama. Right? So it doesn't have to be restrictive, right? It doesn't have to sound like Darth Vader breath. It's just a little brushing sensation on the back of the throat, the inhale and the exhale. Right? So you just feel the breath rushing past the back of the throat. Right, and then our practice of mindfulness kind of automatically starts to creep in here when we're paying attention to the breath and we're allowing ourselves this space and freedom to get into the body. We're not worried about anything else, right? And that is the practice of mindfulness in a nutshell. Like, we're only interested in the immediate moment, right? And that is, for me, and hopefully for you, a feeling of really like freedom, right? Like, you don't have to worry about any crazy thing going on outside of the room that you're in, anything off of the mat, right? It doesn't even matter right now. Just the breath, just this immediate moment where we're very fortunate, very lucky to just be doing our yoga practice. With each other, far away though we may be, there's still that, we've got the Shakti, right? The energetic connection. It's still very much there, right? Okay, so let's invite in a little bit of movement to the body, a little bit of wiggle to the fingers, a little wiggle to the toes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down on my mat, start to join you in this practice. Move all my things out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and hug the knees into the chest here. Give the knees a nice little squeeze in towards the body, and then a little rock from side to side. It's funny, when I was a kid, there was like this yoga show early in the morning on public access before I'd go to school, and I feel very much like I have come full circle and I'm that lady now. Let's draw the right knee in towards the chest. Let the left leg stretch out long. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, take the right leg across the body. Good, walk the left shoulder from underneath the chest. Let the right shoulder soften down and away from the ear. And take a nice big breath in. Exhale, Panavayu breath moves down and out. Good, again, inhale. Long exhale. Beautiful, come back to center. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Let the right leg stretch out long. Take a breath in. And exhale across. Good. Walk the right shoulder from under the chest. Let the left shoulder melt down here. And take a few rounds of breath. Again, allowing and focusing on the breath as it moves in through the tip of the nose. And as you exhale, release the breath down and out. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Good. Once again, hug the knees into the chest. Give the legs a little squeeze. And then one hand on each knee, circle the legs around. Drop the knees away from the body. Circle them down and then around, back in and and then in the other direction, please. Circle down, away, around. All right, and as a gentle reminder, this is where we start to collect that information. How's my low back feeling? How are my hips feeling today? Let's start to dive right into the hips. Take the feet to the floor. We'll thread the needle from here, cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hug the left leg in towards the chest. So you can interlace the hands behind this left thigh or around the shin if that's more comfortable for you. It really depends on how your hips are feeling today. Mine are feeling a little bit tighter, as usual. So I'm going to keep my hand behind the thigh. All right, so give a little flex to the feet. Draw the toes back towards the shin. And then let the legs shift over to the left, maybe just about an inch or so. It doesn't have to be very far. And then walk the shoulders down and away from the ears. Soft with the breath. All right, so as we inhale, trying to find a little bit more space, right thigh presses away, right shoulder soften down, and as you exhale, draw that left leg a little bit closer to the body. Sending the prana down into that right hip. All right, gentle breath. Long inhale, long exhale. Take one more like that. From here, take the left hand to the right heel, right hand to the right knee. We're gonna hold this right leg in place and then we're gonna reach the left leg away from the body. Hover the foot above the floor. So just a couple inches above the ground. Keep drawing the right leg into the chest. Keep reaching the left heel away from the body. And then from here, extend right leg up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Start to press the thigh into the hands and draw the hands back into the thigh. Good. So starting to wake up this lower part of the leg here. Breathe here, inhale. As you exhale, release the hands, reach the fingertips forward. Now the belly is drawing in and down. Inner thighs turning towards one another, shoulders off the floor. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hug knees into chest. Give them a little squeeze to the body. Little rock from side to side. And then switching sides, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, hug the right leg in towards the chest, right? Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. Find some length in the back of the neck. right? Collecting information here. Like for me, okay, now I know my left hip is feeling a fair bit tighter than my right hip. I'm gonna be a little bit more gentle with it today. Right, flex the feet, let the legs gently shift over to the right a tiny bit, and then create that little push and pull where we draw the thigh in, right thigh in, and then gently shift the left thigh away. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathe. Good. Now from here, keeping the legs as they are, we're going to take the right hand to the left heel, left hand to the left knee, and then we're going to reach the right leg away and hover it above the floor. We're going to keep holding that left leg in place here. Reach the right leg away, turn the right inner thigh down, get a little bit longer. Take a breath in. And then exhale, reach the left leg up to the sky, interlace the hands behind the thigh. Legs are in a little L shape, right? Create that little push and pull with the left thigh as you reach the heel up. Take a breath in. Long exhale. And from here, keep the legs as they are, release the hands. Reach the fingertips away so belly is hugging in and working. Leg is still hovering above the floor. Take a breath in, shoulders off the ground. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. Good. And let's do our little psoas stretch and strengthener from here. So legs all the way out long in front of you. Right? And then right toes are just gonna turn out to the side, reach through the heel, and then float that right leg up. Just a couple of feet off the floor. It doesn't have to come up very high. And then we're gonna lift and lower that leg a couple of times, right? So this strengthens that big muscle group that runs from the low back through the pelvis, right? For some of us, this might start to get a little bit spicy, a little bit quick. For me, for sure. We're just gonna lift and lower. And then, you know, this really gives us a good understanding and a grasp on where we wanna feel the lift occur when we lift the leg up and down dog, right? This is where the movement originates. From here, when that leg is lifted again, reach through the heel, press it away, right? Get longer through that right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, hug the knee into the chest, squeeze it in, roll yourself up. And then on to the second side. Okay. Turn the left toes out, reach through the heel, and then start to float that left leg up, just a couple of feet off the floor. It doesn't have to be very dramatic. And we're gonna lift and lower a few times. Right, so I already know from my thread the needle that this hip is a little bit tighter and a little bit weaker. Right, so I'm just gonna be really mindful as I move this leg and aware that it's gonna get tired faster. It's gonna get spicier faster than the other side. So I just have to breathe into it. Good, and then the next time this left leg is lifted, you're gonna pause, reach through the heel, press it away from the body. Take a nice big breath in. Good, press it away, inhale. And exhale, draw the knee into the chest, squeeze it in towards the body, roll it up. And release, take a full body stretch, reach the arms back, reach the legs forward. Okay, bend the knees here. From here, cross the right thigh over the left thigh. Right thigh over left thigh. And then we're gonna draw the legs in towards the chest. Wrap the fingertips around the shins. You're gonna flex the feet. Some of you may want to hold on to the heels of the feet, right? If that works for you, flex the toes back. Good, draw the legs down. Breathe into that outer right hip, right? Squeeze the thighs together, right? Like your legs are, lower legs are little handlebars almost. And take a breath in. Where can I soften here? Right? Where can I find a little bit of ease? A little bit of gentleness. One more breath. And then unwind the legs. We'll switch over to the other side. Cross the left thigh over the right thigh. Take a breath in here. Exhale, hug the legs to the chest, right? So maybe the hands around the shins. Maybe the hands hold the heels of the feet. This side, again, I know my left hip's a little bit tighter. I'm gonna just hold on to the shins here for this round. I draw the legs in. Breathe into this outer left hip. Right, soft breath in. Soft breath out. Breathe. Last one. And slowly unwind the legs. Draw the knees into the chest. Okay, a couple more things on the back. Take the feet about as wide as the mat. Let's drop the knees from side to side a couple of times, right to left. Just with the breath. Using the exhale to drop the knees over to the side. And the next time the knees are dropped over to the left, give a little flex to the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, bend and hold on to your forearms or elbows, maybe even just the wrists. All right, some of us will stay here. Some of you may want to take the left foot on top of the right thigh. And take the knees back to center, and then over to the right. Arms up and overhead. All right, you stay there. I have a little tickle in my throat. Give me 1 second. Good timing for that. Okay. Maybe the right foot finds its way on top of the left thigh. Soften the breath. Good. Release the foot down. Take the knees back to center. Take the right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to your side. And then slowly press yourself up. From here, we'll come into a child's pose. Toes together, knees wide, sink the hips back and down towards the heels, and then walk the arms out long in front of you. Reach the arms out nice and long, spread the fingers wide. Allow the forehead to rest on something, right? So maybe it's the mat, maybe it's a blanket or a block. Let the hands inch back a little bit. Let the hips get a little bit heavier. And then walk the hands over to the right side of the mat. And then walk the hands over to the left. And then back to center. Spread the fingers wide. Feel the center of the palm energetically connecting with the earth. Feel the knuckles pressing down, fingertips pressing down. And then from here, come on to the hands and knees, tabletop pose. Press down into the tops of the feet. Shins pressing down, spread the fingers wide as you inhale. Tilt the tailbone up, lengthen through the sides of the waist, let the heart move forward. As you exhale, curl the tailbone down, round through the low back, round through the upper back, push the ground away. And then again, tilt the tailbone up, lengthen through the sides of the waist, heart forward, upper inner arms turn forward. Exhale, round it out. Moving our spine in little segments, right? Keep going like this. All right, from here, find a nice even tabletop pose. We're gonna thread the needle with the arms, when we take the leg out to the side. We're gonna focus a little bit more on abduction today, so stretching the inner thigh out. Good, from here, inhale, sweep the right arm just to the height of the shoulder. Move dynamically first. Exhale, weave the arm under. Inhale, press down, sweep it out and up, a little bit higher this time. Exhale, weave it underneath. One more like that. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, weave it underneath. Pause here. Letting the shoulder and the side of the head find the floor. Use this hand that's placed on the ground to help stabilize. We're gonna take this leg out to the side, right? Seal the foot down. If you're short like me, you may be able to reach the toes. Don't let that be your goal. Don't worry about that. We're just gonna get a nice big stretch through this inner thigh. Firm that outer hip in, right? Use this arm here to help stabilize you. Right? Some of you may wanna take this arm up and overhead. Flip the palm, take the arm behind the back. Right, top of the hand either finds the low back or maybe wrap it around. Depends on our shoulder mobility here. And breathe here. One more breath. We're gonna keep this leg out to the side. You're gonna take the hand down to the floor. Slowly press yourself back up. Right, these back toes are uncurled. Shift the hips back onto that shin. Right, maybe you take this leg out a little bit more. Breathe into the inner thigh. We're gonna hold here. Heart moving forward, almost like a little Sphinx pose with the arms here, right? Like the arms are dragging back. Hips are heavy on that shin. Heart moving forward. Big stretch in the inner thigh. And breathe. From here, inhale, heart forward. Right, so anchor through this outstretched leg, engage in the belly, and then lift up. Good. From here, slide the hand down the straight leg. Inhale, reach the opposite arm up. Breathe through this side body here. Maybe start to turn the chest up to the sky. If it helps you balance, you can curl those back toes under, right in that bend. Breathe. Back to center. Good, hands to the earth. Take that leg back. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. All right, friends, moving on to the second side. Moving dynamically first. Inhale, sweep the arm out to the side, just to the height of the shoulder. Exhale, weave it underneath. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, underneath. Last one, inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, weave the arm underneath. Come to the shoulder, the side of the head. Right, using this hand and this arm to stabilize you. Firm the outer hip in, and then from here, step the leg out to the side. Right, starting to find that stretch in the inner thigh. right? Seal the foot down. If you can hook the fingers around, great. If you can't, also great. Maybe you stay here, right? Maybe you take this arm up and overhead, flip the palm, take the arm behind the back. Not mandatory, right? If that doesn't feel good in your shoulders, keep the hand on the floor. If you feel unstable, keep the hand on the floor. Couple of breaths here. The last one. And release the arm down to the floor. Gently press yourself up onto the hands. From here, we're gonna shift the hips back onto that heel, right? Little Sphinx pose with the arms, shoulders just above the elbows. Big stretch in this outstretched leg. Center of the chest moving forward, crown of the head moving forward. And breathe here. Good. Last breath. Right, you may notice here that the hip that feels a little tighter has tightness all throughout, right? Okay, from here, onto the hands. Now seal this foot down, right? Engage with the belly and then come up. Good. From here, slide the hand down the straight leg, reach that arm up towards the sky, stretch all through this side body, turn the heart up. Again, if you're a little shaky with your balance here, use the right toes underneath you, curl them. Good, breathe. Inhale back to center. Good, hands to the floor. Take that leg back. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it up. All right, let's start to make our way into our first downward facing dog. Right? Walk the hands forward, spread the fingers wide, curl the toes under, and then lift the hips up and back. Pedal the heels, bend the right knee, bend the left knee, and just swap it out a couple times. Come high onto the balls of the feet, and then heels from side to side. Give a generous bend to the knees, lift the hips a little bit higher, and then press the thighs back. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, take a little walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Uttanasana. This first one, take a good bend in the knees, heel toe the feet a little bit wider, hold the elbows and just hang the upper body down. A little rock from side to side. Take the hands to the hips. Firm the upper arms in behind the back. Come all the way up to standing. Have to move our little guy. Okay, from here, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. There's a learning curve here for me. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more, inhale, reach out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. And allow the eyes to close. Come back to the breath, right from the very beginning of class. Right, how is my breath feeling now, right? Now that I'm starting to move the body, right? So let's take a couple sun salutations, half sun salutations, Ardha Namaskar. Inhale, sweep the arms out and Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Do a couple more like that. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, from here, interlace the fingers. Let the middle finger, index finger side point, and wrap the thumbs over each other. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, give a little lean over to the side. Start to turn the chest. Inhale, back to center. Over to the other side. Firming the upper arms in. Inhale, back to center. Arms down by the sides. All right, let's take our first sun salutation. Modify this first round. Feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold. Maybe find a little bend in the knees, a little bit more weight in the front of the foot. Inhale, half lift. Keep the length in the spine. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. For this first round, take our knees down to the floor. Uncurl the toes, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Inhale, rock the chest forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows to the back of the room, lower all the way down to the belly. Hands right underneath the elbows, spreading the fingers wide. Hands are light, roll the shoulders down the back, inhale, lift. Press down into the tops of the feet, right? Our knees are picking up, our inner thighs are turning up, our shoulder blades are firming into the upper back, collarbones wide. Exhale, lower. And again, shoulders down the back, inhale, lift. Bhujangasana, low cobra, you don't have to come up super high here. Right, just stay connected with the feet, pressing down, inner thighs up, and firm the upper arms in. Exhale, lower forehead. Again, inhale, roll the shoulders down. Press down into the hands. From here, maybe we start to lift up. So thighs are off the floor, right? Legs are off the ground, just the tops of the feet and the hands on the floor for up dog. Widening across the chest. As you exhale, from the low belly, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in. Long exhale. Right? Feel the connection with those little points in the hands. Right? Knuckles pressing down, a little bit more weight in the inner part of the hand, index and thumb. As the awareness moves up the arms, feel the biceps turning up, triceps turning down. Good, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or maybe hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, heart forward, breathe in, right? So you notice here, this is a good example of what we don't want to do. So when my hips are shooting back and I'm overloading my hamstrings, right? I want the weight here. So hips over the heels, right? Then the heart can move forward, almost feeling like you're gonna tip forward, right? Hold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Right, so knees up or down, right? Maybe you take the knees down here. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lowering just to the elbows. Inhale, over the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 5 breaths here. Right, finding this lift in the pelvis, lift in the hips, like the tailbone is trying to lift up towards the back of the room where it meets the ceiling. Inner thighs turn back, thighs press back. Right, if you find that you're rounding here, or the heels are really high off the floor, bend the knees. Give yourself some space. One more breath. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep out. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back. Maybe the knees stay off the floor, thighs up, belly, and rock the chest forward. Again, exhale, lower just to the elbows. Inhale, over the toes. Press down into the tops of the feet, heart open. Exhale, hips up and back, down. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop. Inhale, heart forward, fix your shirt. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're gonna come right into a wide leg squat. I wanna get into the hips a little bit more. So, step the feet up on your mat. You may have to move your mat because there's no sides of the room. So feet wide, and then turn the heels in slightly. So the toes are now pointing towards these top corners of the mat. Right, draw your frontal hip bones up. Lengthen through the low back. You can even take one hand to the low belly, one hand to the low back and draw. Right? Draw the hips up, frontal hip bones up, low back down. Okay. From here, let the hands rest on the thighs, and then gently start to lower the hips down. Good. So we don't want to collapse in this, right? We want to keep the chest lifting. Right? We want to keep the heart open, crown of the head. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press into the side, drop the shoulder down. Big inner thigh stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop over to the other side. Press the thigh away. 2 more in each side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1 more each side. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Take the hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Straighten the knees, grow tall. Exhale, hands down through the heart space. Couple more like that. Inhale, reach up, press into the feet nice and strong. Exhale, takes a little bit of coordination, right? Inhale, sweep it out and up, breathe in. Exhale, draw it down. Pause here, frontal hip bones lift. Soften the shoulders, maybe a little lower. Breathe. more breaths. Press down into the feet. Come all the way up. Good. Take the hands to the hips, please. We're gonna parallel the feet. So, should be where the wrists are just about under, or above, the ankles, right? So kind of lining up this way. Hands to the hips. We're gonna bend the right knee. Pick the heel up, turn the toes away from you, right? And then this back heel, pick it up, shift it back. Lift this frontal hip bone, and then guide the knee in line with the second and third toe, right? Now, this is gonna dip down. You're gonna anchor and press back. Counteract it by getting nice and strong through the back thigh, pressing through the back heel as you lean in. Sweep the arms out into it. Soften the shoulders. Maybe even feel the shoulder blades for a minute a little bit. Relax your fingertips. And again, we're gonna move dynamically first. Inhale, straighten the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, sweep it. Exhale, bend. One more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Hold here. Now draw this hip back, right? Lift that hip. Sit low. Press the thigh back. Good. Breathe here. Long exhale. Flip the palm, reach it up and back. Reverse. Back to center. Straighten the knee. Hands to the hips. Turn the toes towards you. Onto the second side. Bend the knee. Pick the heel up. Turn the toes away from you. Pick the back heel up. Shift it back. So front heel to back arch alignment. Start to bend the front knee. Keep this hip from resting on the thigh, right? Frontal hip bones lift. Firm this hip in, press the back thigh back. Sweep the arms into a T. Settle in. And then from here, moving dynamically, inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Good. Really press and anchor through that back thigh. Front thigh drawing back and in. Reach through the arms. Soften. One more. Flip the palm. Up and back, reverse. Back to center. Hands to the hips, straighten the knee. Turn the toes again towards me. Good. So keep the hands on the hips here. Widen across the chest. Shoulder blades in. Inhale. Now, firm the outer ankles in. Firm the outer hips in. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold it forward. Let the hands find the floor. Walk the hands back in line with the feet. Maybe you're here. Maybe in your practice you're here. That's fine. If the hands are lined up with the feet, start to bend the elbows toward the wall behind you. Crown of the head seeks the floor. Right? We want to make sure our legs are not too far apart. Right? We're not trying to do the splits here. Couple breaths. Right, shoulders softening away from the ears. Outer hips firming in. One more breath. Inhale, come up. From here, walk the hands out in front of you. We're going to take a wide leg downward facing dog. Right? So we're going to shift the hips forward a little bit. Spread the fingers wide. Drop the chest down. Right? 5 breaths. Start to come up. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Now from here, you're gonna bend the knee. Shift the hips over to the side. We're gonna go back and forth a couple of times. It doesn't have to be real pretty. Maybe staying a little bit lower. You can keep this heel down, great. If you can't, it can come up. And back over to the side. And then over. Maybe you can start using the arms off the floor, right? Hands to the heart. And back to center. And over to the side, right? If this is really challenging your balance today, it's kind of challenging mine, you can use the hands to support you. Come back to center. Inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart. Step the feet together. Okay. Tree pose from here. So let's take the toes together. Heels a little sliver of space apart. Find something to focus on that isn't moving. So something in your space, because I'm gonna move and wobble and talk. That will distract you. So hands to the hips. Find your little spot to focus on. Bend the right knee. Open the knee out to the side. Maybe you stay here with the toes on the floor, right? And you just do the rest of the work, that's fine. Maybe you find the foot comes to the lower part of the leg, right? Maybe you find today, you're finding some good balance and the foot can come to the inner thigh, right? What we need to avoid is pressure on the knee. We don't want it going that way ever. So above or below the knee. I'm not having a terribly good balance day, so we'll see how this goes. So pressing down into the standing leg. Earn that hip in, frontal hip bones lift, belly strong, hands to the heart. Right? Even more refined here, maybe you can feel this heel moving forward slightly. And just breathe here. All right, soften the gaze. Soften the shoulders. One more. Relax the arms. Take the knee forward, set the foot down. Give a little shake to that standing leg. We don't want all the energy to move out, but a little blood flow. Hands to the hips once again. Shift the weight into the other leg. Bend the knee. Externally rotate. Right? Maybe the toes stay here. Maybe the foot comes to the lower leg, maybe to the upper leg. Firm that standing hip in. Let this knee turn out a little bit more. Okay. Take the hands to the chest. Breathe here. Okay, where can I soften? Last one. Relax the arms down. Take the knee forward. Relax the legs. Give a little shake. All right. So let's come to the top of the mat, please. Okay. Toes together. Heels a little sliver of space apart. You're going to start to shift the weight into the heels of the feet. Bend the knees, sit the hips low, sweep the arms high. Uttanasana chair pose. Breathe and get long. Exhale, fold it. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Plank. Knees up or down. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale over the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, float right leg to the height of the hip. Reach the right heel back. Feel the right inner thigh turning up. That left hip is going to firm in. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Heel till this right foot over to the right a little bit. So you're not on a tightrope. Keep the left hand down on the floor. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Find the twist. So right hip firming in, left thigh pressing up, breathe in. Nice neat line between the arms and hands. Breathe in. Long exhale. One more like that. Use the exhale. Take the right fingertips down to the floor. Pivot the back heel down. Now, firm the right hip in. Anchor through the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Warrior one. Right hip is drawing back. Yeah, left hip is drawing forward. Lifting the frontal hip bones up, lifting the chest, reach the arms, breathe in. Exhale, hands down to the floor. You may vinyasa or step right back into your down dog. Inhale, float left leg to the height of the hip. Reach through the heel, feel the left inner thigh turning up as the right hip firms in. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. I'm gonna turn myself around. Right hand stays on the floor. The left arm reaches up to the sky. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. Head strong through the back leg. Okay? Breathe. Last one. Exhale, hand to the floor. Pivot the back heel down. Right hip firm, or outer hip firms in. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Anchor through the back. Breathe here. Last one. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Vinyasa or down dog. Let's take a child's pose from here. Let's take this child's pose with the knees together, please. And the arms alongside the body. 5 breaths. Slowly start to press yourself back up. We'll find our way back into our down dog. Curl the toes under, hips up and back. From here, inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it. From here, take your index, middle, and thumb, wrap it around the big toe. Feet are about hips width distance apart here. Find a little bend in the knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold it in, Padangusthasana. So elbows bend out, crown of the head seeks the floor. 5 breaths here. Inhale, heart forward. Okay, so from here, we're gonna release the left fingertips to the floor. You're gonna keep your hand or your fingers or peace fingers wrapped around that right big toe. You're gonna shift the weight into this left leg. And you're gonna pick the foot up a couple of times. Maybe you can pause as you lift. So you'll see my hip here is lifting up, right? I'm not just like bending the knee. Maybe, hopefully you can see. Right, maybe you can start to lift it up and reach it out to the side a little bit. A couple of times. It's very hard to do this and talk at the same time. Maybe, perhaps, we can lift the leg up, reach it out to the side. Whoop. Hold, and then release. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, fold it in. Moving on to the second side. Fingertips on the floor. Wrap the index and thumb around the big toe. And just lift it a couple of times. Right? Lift originates in the hip and then down. And then maybe out to the side. Right? Maybe from here you can lift it all the way out to the side. Maybe today that's a tall order. It seems to be for me. Good, and then release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. From here, sit the hips back. I'm gonna come into a seated position. I'll scooch a little bit closer. Let's take a couple seated forward folds and twists. Fix your hair. So if you're at home and you don't have a like yoga blanket, you can always sit on a towel or two. Let's take a forward fold, Sukhasana, forward fold. Cross the shins at the center. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Start to walk the arms out in front of you. Maybe you're here, right? That's fine. Maybe you start to fold a little bit more. 5 breaths here. And slowly start to press yourself up. Switch the cross of the legs. Other shin in front. Inhale, lift the chest, crown of the head. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fold it in. And slowly start to press yourself back up. Okay. From here, take the legs out in front of you. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Draw it in towards the chest. We're going to take a really simple twist here. Keep the foot a little bit away from the inner thigh, a little bit away from this thigh, and we're going to shift this hip back a little bit. So the hips actually kind of sit diagonally. This may not be a way that you've learned it before, but it's a really accessible way to find this twist. Hand to the knee, arm behind you, and you're just going to hug that leg towards the chest. Reach the straight leg away. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. Maybe you can hug the leg a little closer. Slowly unwind. Little open twist to the other side. And then come back to center. Draw the left knee in. Draw the heel towards you. Again, give yourself a little bit of space here, right? Take the arm behind you. Hold on to the knee. Shift that hip back a little bit. Inhale, get tall. And exhale, modified twist. And slowly come back to center. Little open twist. The other side. And then let's take the soles of the feet together. Knees apart, Baddha Konasana. All right. Inhale, get tall. Take the yin version here so you can round the back and just drop the head down. Slowly walk yourself forward. Resist the temptation to pull yourself down, right? Just let it relax. Slowly start to press yourself up. It'll take the legs wide from here. Upavishta Konasana. Round the heels down. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh. Slowly, mindfully, right? Press yourself up. Last one. Legs together, Paschimottanasana. Again, you need a little support under the knees. I do. Right. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale. Okay, drawing the outer edge of the foot back towards you. Softening the shoulders down, inner thighs down. Slowly press yourself. Good. Your blanket off to the side if you had it there. Okay, so 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and lay down on the back. We'll do a little more hip work and then we'll end with a proper yoga nidra. So go ahead and settle down on the back. Do a couple more twisty hip stretchy guys. Plug the knees into the chest. I hope I'm not too dark. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop it over to the left. Take the left hand to the right inner thigh, give it a little press away. Reach the right arm up and overhead, lengthen through the right side. Release the arm. Take the legs back to center. Switch sides, cross left ankle over the right thigh. Take a breath in. Exhale, legs to the right. Right hand to the left inner thigh. Give it a press away. Inhale, left arm up and overhead. Slowly back to center. Unwind the legs. Let's take a happy baby pose from here. Draw the knees into the chest. You can hold the backs of the thighs, calves, or the outer edge of the foot. And draw the legs down. If you want to rock from side to side, that's fine. Here, the knees in, take the arms into a T, and then exhale, drop the legs to the left. And slowly, legs back to center. And then over to the other side. Slowly come back to center. Other knees in towards the chest. And then come and lay all the way down. You stay there. I'm gonna sit up. So make yourself nice and comfortable. We'll do a little yoga nidra from here. So laying all the way down on the back. Get yourself nice and cozy, nice and comfortable. And once you think you're comfortable, ask yourself, what could I do to be 5, maybe 10% more comfortable? Little movements. I'm gonna switch our dreamy yoga music to something else dreamy. We'll do a little body scan. Allowing the eyes to close. Just letting all the work you've done this last almost hour and a half settle in, sink into the body. Allow the awareness to move to the crown of the head. Letting the skin of the forehead release, relax and soften. Allow the eyes to release back into the sockets. Noticing the surface of the eyes. Feel the right eye, the left eye. The eyelids, the eyelashes. The awareness move down to the nose, feeling the bridge of the nose. Feel the right nostril and the left nostril. Notice and feel the breath moving in and out through this space. Feel your ears. Feel the right ear and then the left ear. Notice the little wrinkles and folds in the ears. Following sound down the ear canal. Bring the awareness down to the lower part of the face. Release and relax the jaw. You can move it from side to side a couple of times. Notice the lips, your teeth and gums. Allow the tongue to release away from the roof of the mouth. And as though the roof of the mouth could lift towards the crown of the head. Feel the whole head heavy. Feel all 4 sides of the neck. And then notice the little notch at the base of the throat. Feel the rise and fall of the chest with the breath. Allow the awareness to move across the collarbones. Feel your shoulders heavy on the ground. Feel the upper arms resting. Notice the elbows. Lower arms. Feel the wrists, your hands and fingers. Feel both arms heavy, resting. Notice the rise and fall of the belly with the breath. Feel your hips heavy. Thighs heavy. Notice the knees. Lower legs. Feel the ankles, the feet and toes. Feel both legs heavy on the floor. Feel the whole body heavy. Whole body resting. Whole body peaceful. Whole body. Gently start to deepen the flow of breath. Give a little wiggle to your fingers, a little wiggle to your toes. And as you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Full body stretch. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently roll to your side. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. Allow the hands to come and rest at the heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Let's see if I can figure this out. I believe that in the future, should you feel more comfortable with this format, you can, let me see, you can use the camera on your computer or whatever, so we can all see each other. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. But should you want to interact a little bit more, that would be totally fine with me to be able to see all your beautiful faces again. So that's up to you. We can play around with that on Wednesday morning. Hopefully it'll go a little bit more smoother at the beginning, and maybe we can like chat a little bit before class or after, as we get more familiar and more comfortable using technology to do our yoga. Okay, so you guys stay safe. I hope everyone is doing really well. I miss all of you.